What's up, guys? Welcome back to Half Man Up Tech. My name is Ben, your host. So as you can see here, I recently picked up the new Apple Watch Series 7. This is the green 45mm aluminum case, and I was very curious to see which watchOS version Apple was going to ship the new Apple Watch Series 7 with. So I went into the About This Watch section to see the version, and sure enough, Apple was shipping watchOS 8 with the new Apple Watch Series 7. So I got a notification that I have a new update, and as you can see, it was for watchOS 8.0.1. and as you can see for me here on my Apple Watch Series 7, this update comes in at exactly 114 megabytes on my Apple Watch Series 7, and I'm actually updating from watchOS 8.0, as you can see. Now, in case you didn't know, this is not all that Apple released when it dropped watchOS 8.0.1. Alongside this update, they also released the public releases of iOS 15.0.2, iPadOS 15.0.2, and of course watchOS 8.0.1. It's interesting to note that iOS and iPadOS are already on 15.0.2, but watchOS 8 is still on 0.0.1. So hopefully we'll be able to catch up pretty soon in about a week or two. Now, as you can see here, I've already updated my Apple Watch Series 7 that you see here. You can see that I got a notification that update complete, your watch is now up to date. So that was about 4 minutes ago. And now if we go into the settings and go to general and go to the About This Watch section, you can already see that the build number or the version has actually been updated. We now have 8.0.1, and the build number that came with this version is 19R354. So that has been updated. And now in terms of what has changed when it comes to this watchOS 8.0.1, the reason why it was released quite quickly is because on the iPhone, and to be specific, with the new iPhone 13 models, there was an issue that was hindering people from unlocking their devices using their Apple Watch while wearing a face mask. So on your iPhone, if you go into your settings, as you can see where I am, and go to where it says passcode and Face ID, so right there, input your passcode just like that, and go all the way down to where it says unlock with Apple Watch. So you can see that now this shows you if you have two Apple Watch devices. You can see that here I have the Series 6 aluminum, and this one that you are seeing here is the Series 7 aluminum, and you can see that unlock with Apple Watch wasn't enabled. So if I enable this and turn it on, you will see that it takes a moment, and now I should be able to unlock my iPhone while wearing a face mask by means of my Apple Watch. So this is my face mask that you're seeing here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on and try and unlock my iPhone while wearing my face mask, and you can see that it says unlocked by this iPhone. So the iPhone is locked again. Let's try again and unlock, and as you can see, it says my iPhone has been unlocked by this Apple Watch. So that was an issue before when it came to watchOS 8.0. So with iOS 15.0.2 and watchOS 8.0.1, if you were having issues like this, then you should no longer have those issues, as this has been resolved by this update. Now, also there's something that has been fixed when it comes to watchOS 8.0.1 for older Apple Watches, and this update, to be specific, was very aimed for the older series besides this Face ID unlocking issue. And by older series, I mean like the Series 3 and Series 4. So there were issues on the Series 3 where the software update progress wasn't displaying or not even showing at all. So you would go to try and update, you would get a notification that you have a software update, and when you go to update, the update wouldn't show up, and then when you try to update, it wouldn't show progress for the Apple Watch Series 3 and some other Apple Watch series. So this watchOS 8.0.1 resolved that issue. Also, something that has been resolved again for the Apple Watch Series 3, seems like this update was very friendly to the Apple Watch Series 3, has to do with the accessibility settings. So for the Apple Watch Series 3, some users were actually not able to see this accessibility settings, so you would be able to go there and actually try and enable your accessibility settings that you might have enabled, like bold text, or if you want to see labels on and off, or grayscale or transparency, and you wouldn't be able to see that on the Apple Watch Series 3. So that has been resolved when it comes to watchOS 8.0.1. You can see that on the Apple page. This is the official Apple page. You can see that I can reload it and you will be able to see that it's Apple security updates. And with watchOS 8.0.1, you can see that it says that this update has no published CVE entries. And basically what they mean by CVE, these are common vulnerabilities and exposures that are publicly disclosed, and they tend to do with issues and bugs. And with this update, Apple hasn't really listed anything or a link to some of the CVEs that have been entered when it comes to watchOS 8.0.1. But on the Apple software update page for this watchOS 8.0.1, Apple did mention that this update provides some improvements when it comes to bug fixes and security updates. So those are the changes that came with watchOS 8.0.1. You can see that it's more of a bug fix update and not one that's like providing many new features or changes when it comes to the Apple Watch Series 7. And for the Apple Watch Series 3, it has the most to gain or benefit when it comes to this update. Now, if we go to see the battery performance of this update, go to settings and go to battery, you can see that for my Apple Watch Series 7, I actually last charged it to 73% like 14 minutes ago. That's when I actually did the update. But battery health, you can see that this is a new watch. It's about 3 days or 2 days old. I picked it up like 2 days ago from the Apple store. I'm yet to put my first scratch on this Apple Watch Series 7, but you can see before updating, my maximum health capacity was on 100%, and now still it's on 100%. So no change in that aspect, and I'm hoping that this update improves my battery performance on the Apple Watch Series 7, because this was a new Apple Watch. I just used it for like half a day, and then I connected it to a charger, right? But it took like almost 35 minutes stuck on 50%. I just used the previous older Apple Watch Series 6 charger, so I don't know why that happened and whether that was a bug or not. And you can see the battery performance that it hasn't really been the greatest for me. Let me go back into settings and show you, and you can sort of see that battery performance for me hasn't really been the greatest. On my experience that I'm saying is from watchOS 8.0. so with 8.0.1, I'll let you know over on my social media handles or on Twitter once I've used it for a number of days. Now, when it comes to performance, you can see that selecting watch faces is quite good, and I was experiencing a bug on watchOS 8.0.0 actually, where the Apple Watch face was taking longer to show. And as you can see with watchOS 8.0.1, the first two on the right hand side, the Modular Max Duo and the Contour were showing, but the portrait watch face took some time to show, so I'll have to keep an eye on it and see what was going on. But it's good to see that it's not showing a blank screen here like what was happening on watchOS 8.0. Now, other than that, that's how this update came in for me on my Apple Watch Series 7. If you like this video, please leave a like and stay safe, and I'll definitely see you in the next video very soon. Peace.